Been a long time coming.
It has.
We've been sitting here with these masks.
I'm over the masks.
2 years.
2 years.
When we started this G3 stuff, this Guerrilla Collective GC stuff, I mean, we had to rock these.
Yeah.
But I think it's about time.
It's about time to take them off.
Let's take these off and let's get right into it, people. What is happening, everyone? Welcome to GC3, the Guerrilla Collective 3 Summer Showcase, the least pretentious showcase you will see this summer. That hat trick, the three-peat, the menage. Anyway, I'm your host, Justin Woodward, co-founder of The Mix, the Media Indie Exchange, and Terra Nil Entertainment, and advisor of the Black Game Developer Fund, as well as Black Voice of Gaming. I'm with my amazing co-host, the Green-Eyed Bandit, can't stand it, Candace McKinney. How's it going, Candy?
It's going great, Justin. I am so happy to be here co-hosting GC3 and kicking off the summer with everybody.
We're going to really kick it off tough. The Guerrilla Collective was created because everything was fragmented in terms of the press and event organization during the zombie apocalypse of 2020. So we decided to come together, organize, and deploy showcases with our fellow independent hustlers in the game industry and add some flavor and style to the industry to give folks a creative jolt during the chaos that was ensuing. The Guerrilla Collective's main message is unity. We are carrying on the tradition of organization with these showcases with leading game studios, publishers, and industry leaders independently to share announcements, gameplay reveals, updates, and drops from studios of all sizes direct to everyone watching worldwide.
So this week, we started Black Voices in Gaming, and today we will blow things up with GC3, showcasing a wide range of games, and then we'll hand it off to our friends over at Wholesome Games for their Wholesome Direct showcase. Later on this week, we'll have the GC 3.5, where we're going to share some fresh games that are crispy and lit.
They're going to be mad, crispy, but not burnt. Before we get started, we have to give a huge shout out to our sponsors, PlayStation, Razer, Astro Gaming, Tencent, our fellow devs and publishers, 11-Bit Acapora, All In Games, Assemble Entertainment, Aurora Punks, Freedom, Graffiti, Gravity Games, Arise, HeroCraft, Modern Wolf, Raw Fury, Tiny Build, Wire Productions. Also, salute to the developers who played a role in the showcase. They have contributed their games and resources to make this possible.
And once again, you guys, we've teamed up with the fine folks at Valve to showcase our stream on their platform in order to support the devs. Be sure to check out the Guerrilla Collective 3 event page on Steam, where you can learn more about the games, buy games that are available now, or add them to your wish list for the games that haven't been released yet. These wish lists really help the devs, so let's do it.
Definitely check out the wish lists. Support the devs. They will love it. Shout out to our broadcasting partners for supporting the showcase and the developers on the stream, Twitch, Steam, IGN, of course, GameSpot. We are trying something out new this time around. We're going to be doing key drops through QR codes randomly during the showcase. So please have your phones ready to grab some codes from the Guerrilla Collective GC3. Also, let's say hello to our Mix Master Guerrilla Squad partners who are co-streaming today. You all are amazing. Be sure to check out all of the great reactions and commentary from them. Let's get started with the first set of games that go OD this summer, beginning with a hardcore Soul Seeker simulation, a soul-like action RPG, as well as some up-and-coming games and a few exclusive surprises on the horizon for release. Let's get started.
I can't wait.
All squads report in.
Kilos ready for takeoff.
Mayday, mayday, we've been hit.
Hey, what's up?
Oh yeah. Ooh. Ooh, yeah.
Candy, Owloloth has come such a long way and is looking really impressive. I remember when that game just got started. Looking forward to checking that out, as well as Boundaries, shooting folks in space. What?
Coming up next, we're going to get serious with some games that may scare you a little, and then transition to some more narrative-driven situations that might make you contemplate life. We got a full roller coaster of emotions coming up. Let's go.
Let's go.
She's playing with my mind.
Putting an end to the massacre
There is no
after the
fucking
fourth
escape.
victim. It is still unknown if she was under the influence of any drugs, or if it was actually a witchcraft ritual as indicated by the evidence found at the scene. Suggesting the latter, police officers found books at the scene containing strange symbols, candles, dead animals. So far, his left leg and 3 fingers have not been found. The first victim was her own 75-year-old father. Madison mutilated his body in such a way that his face was unrecognizable. His body was found in
This is impossible. This place didn't look like this a second ago. Chains? Maybe I can break them with something. What am I doing? The doorbell. I gotta get to the front door.
Rated Teen.
Walter?
Just breathe. It's not the end.
Oh my god, what is happening?
Just stay here. Stay for him. No one
Oh my god, is this right?
is high enough. 'Cause you're making for the others, for each other, one day.
Hey guys, it's Carol from 11B Studios. I'm glad to be back at Guerrilla Collective because we've been pretty busy for the last 2 years. So first of all, I would like to introduce Luke Whitaker from State of Play, the creators of South of the Circle, because they would like to tell you more about how they are creating games.
I'm Luke Whitaker. I'm creative director of State of Play. We made South of the Circle, which is a narrative adventure game set in Antarctica in the 1960s. We decided on such an unusual setting because I was fascinated by the surreal beauty of Antarctica. Our lead character, Peter's experience in Antarctica, remembering all his past, got me thinking about my own experiences, my own memories, and how my memories of past events are often different to other people's memories of that event. And I got looking into the science of it and realized that what we're doing when we are accessing memories, we're taking them out, we're thinking about them, experiencing them. When they go back, they may be slightly altered. And so over a period of time, we may have completely different memories of an event. And maybe we have a family member who has been telling the same story for 20 years, and it's now very different to the first story they told. We wanted to tell the story about power and the individual and how these big powers can affect our lives. But the more we worked on this story, the more it became apparent this was a story about the individual and the individual choices we make. And we realized the most interesting thing and the most important thing in our lives are all those small emotional decisions we make and the promises we make in life. Yeah, I want to make people think and feel something. And in South of the Circle, we look at what are the far-reaching consequences of your childhood. And this is why I think video games are a fascinating medium. South of the Circle was a very emotional game to create. It's an emotional game to play, and soon you'll be able to experience this for yourself on consoles and PC.
South of the Circle is the future for us, but it doesn't mean we forget about our past. For me, as one of the creators, it's hard to believe that it's been almost 8 years since the release of this War of Mine, and we've been pretty busy during that time. So let me introduce Paweł Michowski, who will tell you more about it.
This War of Mine is an extraordinary game about civilians in war trying to survive the war, released originally in 2014 on PC, and Final Cut is the ultimate version of the game, released only a month ago on current-gen consoles. The game is special on many layers. It speaks about human dignity in very inhuman times. Imagine being put in a war-torn city where you have to deal with lack of everything: food, medication, treatment, dealing with constant danger. In such horrible times, it takes a lot of cost and heavy effort to stay human, and this War of Mine speaks exactly about it. This War of Mine Final Cut has got a lot of content comparing to the old-gen version, a content unavailable in that one. New civilians, new scenarios, new locations, so practically the game is a few times bigger comparing to the old one. And I need to stress out that in the game there is no tutorial, and you may ask why. It's simple, because in war no one would tell you how to survive. Since 2014 we've been constantly developing the game, adding new story-driven scenarios, a lot of free updates, a ton of content, including even charity content that was directed specifically towards gathering funds for War Child in this case. And lately we've organized donation for Ukrainian Red Cross just by selling the game, and we amounted $1 million almost. So actually this War of Mine is a great example that a game can make a change and be that way something more than just a game.
That's all we've got for you today, and I hope you like it. And having an opportunity to be here, I would like to thank you all for supporting 11bit for so many years, because it's thanks to you that we were able to achieve so many great things. And while speaking about great things, there's actually one more to come, and it's right around the corner. So be sure to follow up 11bit Studios news in upcoming days, because you're gonna like it, trust me.
Hello, I'm Jörg Tittel, and I'm the writer and director of The Last Worker, a first-person narrative adventure centered around our struggle in an increasingly automated world.
I'm Ryan Bousfield, I run Wolf and Wood, and we're bringing The Last Worker to PC, console, and VR platforms in 2022.
The Last Worker puts you into the body, the mind, and the seat of Kurt, the last human worker at Youngle Fulfillment Center 1, the largest such facility on Earth, the size of the sunken city of Manhattan. And you've been there for 25 years, you've never made a single mistake, which is why you still have your job, and that's why everyone else has lost theirs.
It's easy to marvel at the wonders of Youngle, but remember, here at Youngle, time waits for no man.
You can say that again.
It's easy to marvel at the wonders of Youngle.
Stop.
But of course you're not entirely alone in the game. There's Skew, your only friend and cobot, played by Jason Isaacs, who you might know from Harry Potter, Star Trek Discovery, Death of Stalin, Olafur Dari Olafsson, Zelda Williams, David Hewlett, Claire Hope Ashity, and Tommy Earl Jenkins. We've got an incredible cast.
This area should be off limits.
At Youngle, there are no limits.
So you start out doing the day-to-day work of Kurt, dispatching products, you're keeping up with the robots, but obviously this is not a work simulator. You're soon contacted by a group of activists called Spear. They want you to kind of delve deeper into the facility. They want you to take on this espionage, we're calling kind of stealth light gameplay, where you do have to go to these zones where you're not supposed to be. And so you've got to delve deeper, picking up tools and weapons later on to access these areas. So you're always going to have that push and pull between the activists and Kurt's pride in his day-to-day job.
Don't worry, she won't hurt you. Again, right? Hoverbird?
I can't promise anything.
It's a story and world rich with drama and even the occasional moments of horror and a lot of comedy as well. Because it's important for us to build a world that you actually want to inhabit. We wanted to make something that is crafted with love and full of color. We have been working with Nick McMahon, the incredible comics legend and co-creator of Judge Dredd, on designing these characters in the world with him. And I hope you will enjoy the very unique look of our game.
At Youngle, nothing.
The game is packed with so many surprises and crazy cool moments. We just cannot wait for you to play it later this year.
Justin, remember, the Frigidaire is red. You can't take your eyes off of it.
I mean, you don't have to ask me thrice. You know what? Signalis is also looking slick with its old school PlayStation. Textures and gritty yet smooth, ominous style. Such awesome, like, gritty games.
That's true. To loosen things up, you guys don't have to worry about staring at a crimson icebox. We've got some upbeat style arcade titles coming at you. Let's shred right into it.
It's shredded.
Justin. Justin!
What? I'm trying to play Witch and Whiz here. What the Candy?
Please put down the handheld. I have a really special surprise for you.
Okay, you have my undivided attention now.
Good. Good, because next up, we're going to go back to the future and share some neo-retro games, soon-to-be classics, that give you that old-school funk, that give you that feeling. We're going to start out with our favorite Heroes in a Half Shell, see what's happening with the Kickstarter Symphony of the Night Indie, South Darling, and much more.
This better be good.
Oh, it will be.
All right! I love being eternal. Dynamite strike! Special delivery! Here's our chance. Dynamite strike! Ha! Dynamite strike! Dynamite strike!
It would be unwise to underestimate an old rat. Teamwork is the way.
Dynamite strike! Here's our
Teamwork is the way.
Dynamite strike!
Let's go.
Dynamite strike!
The dragon stirs in the void, and an empire trembles. The rule of the Magi Lords is failing. Where now shall we place our faith? In the low cunning of the sellswords? Or in the golden dead to whom we offer prayers? Certainly not in the foul magical praxis of witches and lay sorcerers. No. This is our punishment. We woke the dragon. And for us, there is no salvation.
right, Candace. Thank you so much for Karate Chopping the handheld, because that was lit. Turtles in Time was my childhood right there. Can't wait for the Cowabunga collection. Shout out to Digital Eclipse. Also, Bats is out now, and you can pre-order the physical edition from Limited Run Games. I'm going to pick up all of those games when they are out of the oven.
I am too. Coming up next are some surprises that fall into our last category, but also add some new flex to the RPG and strategy genre as well. Let's menu dive into the next set of games, shall we?
We shall.
Welcome to WrestleQuest, the world's first pro wrestling RPG, and the sweatiest game here at the Guerrilla Collective Showcase. I'm Zach, the head of narrative here at MegaCat Studios.
I'm Andy, I'm one of our senior designers.
And we've got some content here to show you that has never been seen before. So WrestleQuest includes real-world wrestling legends like Macho Man Randy Savage, Jeff Jarrett, Jake the Snake, and more. These guys appear as giant statues across the world map, with people coming from all over to pay tribute to these icons. These sites are also the starting point for side quests themed around each legend. Here on screen, Machacha Man and his friends are at the end of one of these quests. They've been investigating a strange cult of Wrestle Raiders that worship the Road Warriors. After a chase through the Mad Max-style wasteland, the quest comes to a head with a wrestling match against Hawk and Animal on the back of a speeding big rig. So each of these side quests themed around the real wrestling legends. Some of them you'll help the wrestlers, some of them you'll end up fighting them, like here. And no matter the outcome, they're always the key to the game's best moves. So sometimes you'll get iconic gear or outfits from the wrestlers, other times you'll be able to summon them into battle. So I know some RPGs will let you summon dragons and monsters and whatnot, but only WrestleQuest will let you summon Jake the Snake to rip a DDT on your enemies. Or in this case, if you're able to beat the Road Warriors, you'll be able to summon them to do their Doomsday device on your foes. Andy, what's your favorite thing about the Road Warriors?
I love the fact that they can put their mohawks together to power up. they fit in to each other very nicely.
It's important. It's important to have that type of symmetry. Speaking of working together, Andy's showing you some of our tag team maneuvers here. Muchacho Man and Toybox Jimmy doing a blockbuster. There's a cast of 12 playable characters in WrestleQuest, and there's different combinations of tag team maneuvers and even triple teams between them. So it's one more way you can customize how you play. At the bottom of the screen, you'll see the hype meter. This is an indication of the crowd's engagement and interest in the fight. If you come in and you just spam the attack button, they'll get bored and that'll drain out and your enemies will get stronger. But if you approach the battle with a little bit more showmanship and creativity, that'll fill up and you start to get bonuses. Extra damage, extra loot, better loot, AP regeneration, it's all there. There's over 20 wrestling legends to see in WrestleQuest, so we'll be excited for you to check them all out when the game releases later this year.
Thanks for checking it out, guys.
Hey folks, I'm Buddy, the community manager for Akupara Games, and today I'd like to introduce you to the core gameplay of Zoetti, our poker-based roguelike by Dusklight Games. In Zoetti, you've got all the ingredients that make a core roguelike experience. You play as one of a few different characters with their own unique play styles, as, you fight your way through a number of battles before facing off against a boss. And every time you win a fight, you get a reward. You get more powerful before you face tougher challenges. All of the stuff that makes for a good roguelike experience. When we get into skills and abilities that you're using to win those battles, though, that's when things get a little spicy. In Zoetti, you have a limited number of skill slots, and each one is tied to a particular hand of poker. The rarer the hand, the more powerful the skill. 2 pair is going to be weaker than, a straight flush. So, in practice, this is how it works. At the beginning of the fight, you draw a bunch of cards. These are playing cards, and depending on the kinds of poker hands you can create, you can activate those skills. If you have 3 of a kind in hand, you can activate this skill tied to 3 of a kind. So here, I'm going to activate Boundless Battle Spirit, which buffs my damage a bunch. And then I'm going to activate it again, and then I'm going to hit a bunch of times with individual strikes. When you win a battle in Zoetti, you don't add more or different cards to your deck. That's always going to stay the same. Instead, you can add new skills, or level up your existing skills, or acquire different skills for slots that you already have filled. Changing out these skills allows you to really customize your build, and you're always going to want, a certain balance of offense and defense, which begs the question, do you want a powerful defensive option, something tied to a straight or a full house, or, do you want something that's a little bit weaker but more readily available, like a single pair of cards that, you're going to find that in basically every hand that you draw. And all of this is affected by the underlying statistics and modifiers of the game. So for instance, hand size or the number of cards you draw per turn are statistics that you can invest in. You keep all of the cards that you don't play on a turn, which means you can have 11, 12, 13 cards in hand, which gives you much better access to some of your deeper, more powerful skills, like something tied to a full house or a straight. You can also increase the amount that you draw per turn, allowing you to just kind of dump your hand every single turn for maximum tempo. And those are just 2 examples. There's plenty of cool, complex modifiers that, you can pick up to enable really interesting builds for the game. Anyway, I think that's about as complicated as I'm willing to get for this video. For now, if you want to learn more about Zoetti, I'd recommend wishlisting us on Steam, since I'm going to be really showing off some of the deeper, more complex mechanics in the not too distant future. And, that's probably the best way to keep on top of things. I hope you have a really good time checking out the awesome titles at the Guerrilla Collective, and, otherwise I wish you the best of luck in your travels. Cheers.
Kid, the world isn't all sunshine and rainbows. If you want to be a hero here, just being good isn't enough. Because this world is ruled by greed, and greed is exactly what you need here. So kill. And blow up.
Don't! Anyone who stands in your way on the path to greatness.
Hello everyone, I am Nana Moon, and this is Keylocker turn-based cyberpunk action. Keylocker is a turn-based tactical wooden RPG taking place in a world without music, where you play as the illegal singer Bobo, her twin brother and hacker Dealer, and the jukebot drummer Rocket. We pick up with Dealer and Rocket searching for Bobo, who has been taken by the satellites, the ultimate authorities of Saturn. They have entered the droid factory, the domain of one of Saturn's satellites, the Lesdo, but the way forward is filled with dangerous foes. The combat of Keylocker takes place on a tactical grid, where every move must be considered. Plan your actions carefully, as each attack comes with its own field of damage. Timing your attack is crucial for survival, as every perfect hit brings you closer to victory and every miss closer to death. Some attacks will cause passive effects to appear on the grids. By using the plug modifier, the fabricant has spawned an electrical field on one of the tiles, recharging his EP every turn. Unfortunately, his life points are too low to take advantage of this strategic position. Luckily, Dealer has spent a long time preparing for this moment, holding keys to increase his progress on the skill tree. The droids are no match for his skill level. Rocket, however, was only recently given combat capabilities and could do with an upgrade. Let's take a look at his skill tree with the keys we have received from combat. The skill tree has 2 branches available, and each different class gets an unique one. You start at the top using keys to level up the talents until it unlocks the next one below it. Talents will increase your stats, let you add unique modifiers to attacks, add passive abilities, or unlock new gear for use. Progressing far enough down the skill tree will even let you cross your skill tree with another class, creating hybrid classes. More on that in the future. If you want to see more of Keylocker, head over to our Steam page and make sure to wishlist and follow. We will have a demo available there during the Summer of Gaming, so make sure to check that out. Thank you.
Wow, Justin, WrestleQuest looks fantastic. The nostalgia of those pixels brings me right back to playing Royal Rumble with my brother on the Genesis.
I feel you.
It also brings me back to some trauma.
Trauma?
Trauma, yeah. You know, my brother recorded over all of my high school cheerleading VHS tapes with episodes of Monday Night Raw.
That is so ridiculous.
It did, and it gave me a really bad relationship with wrestling, but there's something about WrestleQuest that's making me second guess that, and I feel like I should really let all of this go.
You definitely should make that happen.
You know what, Joey? I love you, and I forgive you. Now I can move on with my life.
Great breakthrough, Candace. And now that that's all over, we can move on with our lives and the rest of the show. Candy, how can we support these devs and their games?
By the Steam event page, Justin. So everybody, be sure to check out the Guerrilla Collective 3 event page on Steam.
Definitely support the devs, check out their games, wishlist them, and all that jazz for sure. Okay, kids, it's GC3 key time. Here's the QR code. Take a picture of it for some of your favorite awesome Guerrilla Collective games from the developers and publishers representing the GC. Free keys. You love them. You see the QR code. Take it. First come, first serve. Boom. Up next on GC3, it is time for some action. We're going to share some indie titles that represent tough in the action adventure department. So let's go.
Hello everyone, I'm Giacomo Masi, Narrative Director at Soulmate Games, and I'm here to present to you our latest work, Batora Lost Haven, which will launch this fall. Batora is a narrative action RPG where Avril, our protagonist, will have to face a cosmic journey and use her powers to save who and what she loves, making many significant choices that will change the destiny of the whole universe. Avril's journey will take her to 4 different worlds, each representing one of the natural elements. The one we are seeing right now is Wab, the planet of air, which is composed of 5 completely different areas that will feature a scorching desert, this eerie mountain, a mystical river infested by evil spirits, and so much more. We've had a lot of fun creating intriguing characters with their own cultures and customs, alongside with colorful and vibrant environments that you'll get to explore in details thanks to an in-game zone. All the planets that Avril will visit during the game are actually inspired by real places and human cultures. For example, Wuhav is strongly based on Chinese mythologies and settings, and this cute little lizard that we see here is called Yoke. He's from the Xia tribe, and he's also a companion that will help us in combat while we uncover the secrets of this mysterious world. Speaking of fighting, Batora features 2 different combat styles that revolves around the main concept of the game, dualism. In her physical form, Avril will be able to use a sword to fight in melee, while in her mental form she'll be able to throw projectiles at enemies. Switching between them constantly during fight allows the player to adapt to every situation and change his strategy in a split second. This is important because every enemy inside Batora is divided into 3 different variations: physical, mental, and hybrid, so changing out combat style constantly is essential to emerge victorious. The nature switch mechanic is also used to solve many puzzles. For example, this one is a memory game that requires the player to listen to a sequence of notes and reproduce them with the help of Avril's physical and mental powers. The narrative side of Batora is also based on duality, and players will be able to shape their own path thanks to the karma system. During an adventure, Avril will have to make many difficult decisions, and each of them will have heavy consequences that may lead to different outcomes and endings. So, are you ready to meet fascinating creatures, explore mysterious planets, and discover where your decisions will take you? Batora Lost Haven is coming on PC and consoles this fall. Don't miss any of the news and surprises related to Batora. Wishlist it right now on Steam.
As Hilda delves deeper into the quest for her lost father, she will encounter many dangers and challenges in the city of Aphes. Let us introduce you to one of the main adversaries that Hilda will have to confront, Eulalia, the Prey. Famous for her beautiful voice, Eulalia used to be the most recognized singer during Aphes' glorious golden age. But, like so many others, Eulalia would fall victim to the curse that spread across the city 1,000 years ago. The famine brought on by the Asterigos changed her into something else. She turned to an evil cult, the Ethras, and dedicated herself to it. becoming a symbol by using her reputation and voice to lure more people to join the cult. The encounter starts with Eulalia flying around the top of the seats while sending attacks like voice shock blasts, feather blades, and cyclones. Occasionally, she'll descend to the ground to fight Hilda herself with even more dangerous claw and wing strikes. After some back and forth fights, Eulalia would fly to the sky and use her voice and feather blades to attack Hilda again. And this time, she even calls upon several harpy minions to assist her. During this phase, Hilda must fight the minions while watching out for Eulalia's deadly attacks from above. Once Hilda has dealt with the minions, Eulalia will land again, and this time with despair as she will cause feather storms to swoop around the amphitheater. This is when the battle culminates. The feather storms will continually fire sharp blades as Hilda cautiously counters Eulalia's onslaught in close combat. In the end, only the strongest will survive. We hope you enjoyed this preview, and we can't wait to share more about the world of Asterigos with you.
a tranquil island was hidden from the world. But one day, its shield vanished. The magical Amri once gave life, but now corrupts it. And all creatures, great and small, are being enslaved. Can you save Ikene Island? Embark on an enchanting adventure. Explore a land of secrets. Free and befriend all kinds of animals. And use their talents to make new discoveries. Battle enemies. Or just hang out. Build your home. Decorate it however you like. And help develop your hamlet. Grow all kinds of crops on your farm. And craft everything you need to thwart greedy pirates, repel monsters, and uncover mysteries. In time, you can explore and restore peace to Ikone Island. A new Earthlock adventure is about to begin. Ikone Island, coming soon on Steam.
Hey there! Don't you love a fun, upbeat platformer? In Frogan, you take control of Renata, daughter of world-famous archaeologists and inventors. They didn't allow her to accompany them to the dangerous ruins of the Temple of Beelzebub. And now, with the help of her trusty Frogan, she must save them and prove that she's a capable explorer too. Jump, zipline, grab, and throw. The Frogan is not only your grappling hook, but also your best friend. With it, you can reach over long gaps or even activate a lever from afar. Face off against big bug bosses that serve as the guardians between areas. They may look charming, but they're powerful foes. Collect all sorts of treasure, including hats you can swap your helmet with, gallery pictures, tons of medals, and a full bestiary. Be on the lookout for Jake. He's a young treasure hunter who'll stop at nothing to get to the treasure before Renata. Whenever you find him, the race is on. Look around for hidden treasure and alternate paths because every level is full of surprises and optional objectives. From lush jungles to stinky swamps, snowy mountaintops and lava-filled shrines, the varied ruins ensure you'll need to be prepared for anything. But above all else, be prepared for lots of fun in Frogan.
I am loving all of the frog games hopping around. Frog Gun and A Time on Frog Island. Animal. Oh my god. Ridiculous and amazing premises.
Yeah, Spells and Secrets will definitely have me showing off my magic touch. But Tora, so many solid titles.
Okay, kids, it's GC3 key time. Here is the QR code. Take a snapshot of it for some awesome games from developers and publishers representing the GC Guerrilla Collective. There's a limited time. There's a limited keys. We're going to be popping these up. Okay.
Get it.
That's enough. Okay. Y'all got your keys. Boom.
Up next, we're going to put on our creative caps and get back into strategy, show off some games that are focused on world building, narrative construction, and tending to your magnificent gardens. Let's hop right in and go.
Let's go.
Tragically, the human civilization has ended. But who said that the post-apocalypse has got to be all dire? In I Am Future, you find yourself on the roof in a sunken and overgrown city once called Cosmopolis, where nature reigns now. Gather food to cook various delicious dishes. Build yourself a base that would work seamlessly. Disassemble the old house appliances to create new stuff out of old parts. Explore Cosmopolis to find useful resources and new friends? I did not expect to see a talking fridge there. Oh well, get away and start your life fresh in I Am Future. Coming to Steam in 2022. Wishlist now.
Welcome to Flat-Eye, a premier fuel station and technological hub. As the manager of Flat-Eye, we're entrusting you to provide unparalleled customer service. Let's explore the various modules you'll be tasked with to outfit your station. You'll be able to unlock the new technologies through the profits you earn with excellent customer service, so be attentive. At the start, your module list will be limited, but each new unit placed opens up new menus of possibilities. Take this toilet module you've installed. Thanks to your diligent work stocking shelves and promptly dealing with customer purchases, you now have enough to upgrade it to a smart toilet. We can tell so much by analyzing whatever's going down the drain. With this data, we can now safely open a doctor booth to provide sound medical advice to patrons so they can have their illnesses diagnosed and treated with further iLife branded medical modules. In essence, you have the most important job in the world. Flat-Eye, making decisions for the benefit of everyone.
Dinner's ready.
Be there in just a second, Mom.
There are dark things in this forest, and you are not one of them. You have to help us. Save us. From her.
Honey?
Justin, another dead plant. I could definitely use some gardening tips.
Show enough, you do not have a green thumb, Candy.
I know. I think, you know what, Justin? No more real plants. From now on, I'm sticking to Animal Crossing and Garden Inn. Now for our final segment, we're going to touch your imagination with games that tickle your soul and jiggle your mind. Let's hop into some games that bring a sense of awe, wonder, and give you all the feels.
Jiggle your mind, though?
Jiggle your mind.
Well, let's get to jiggling.
It was a hot, sunny day. Fish died in the lake, and birds stopped singing. Those who could escaped to Mars. I ran deep into the forest, where she-wolf raised me with her cubs. Many moons later, you returned. You hunted and played golf. One day, I found one of you dead, so I put his helmet on.
Radio Nostalgia from Mars. Greetings, all you Martians out there. It's time for another round of Radio Nostalgia from Mars. Blue skies, warm days, the long-lost summers of our past on Earth. Will we ever return? Stay tuned for more on that.
Number 12, engaging, over.
A little toddler pop there, taking us back to the days of late-stage capitalism at its finest. Child labor never sounded so sweet. Radio Nostalgia.
Hey Slugcats, I'm Buddy, the community manager for Akupara Games, and today I'd like to introduce you to the 5 new playable Slugcats coming in Rain World Downpour, our new expansion for Rain World coming soon. If you haven't heard about the Downpour expansion for Rain World, it's bringing a whole host of new changes, characters, enemies, areas, and more to the Rain World experience. But the thing I really want to dig into today are those 5 adorable new Slugcats. They are the Rivulet, the Spearmaster, the Saint, the Gourmand, and the Artificer. Up first, let's talk about the Rivulet. This blue little guy has a ton of advantages to living in the harsh, foreboding environment of Rain World. It runs faster, jumps higher, and can breathe underwater, which means it can zip across the map between rainstorms. That's the good news. The bad news is, 1, all that running and swimming burns a ton of calories. 2, Rivulet's hibernation cycles are shorter than any other Slugcat. And 3, it doesn't carry much food over from day to day. Play the Rivulet if you want to be agile, but don't mind stocking up between storms. If you're looking for a little more aggression though, maybe the Spearmaster will be for you. This spiky Slugcat spawns spears, which is a tongue twister that I nailed on the first try. This is my first take, definitely not my 5th one, out of its tail, which means that anytime you can start stabbing spiders, scavengers, or squidcada. The Spearmaster drains 1 food for every spear it lands on a target, which means it isn't all that interested in the dango fruits and slime mold that other Slugcats will need to sustain themselves. If you want to survive as Spearmaster, you better be out for blood. Play the Spearmaster if you want to be the Predator, hunting down prey and aggressively thriving between rainstorms. But maybe you want the opposite of that aggressive playstyle. Well, the Saint much prefers to avoid confrontations at all costs, which even includes using its long tongue to grapple through areas of the world. If the Rivulet is nimble in water, the Saint is acrobatic in the air, and you need to use that aerial finesse to stay high above the danger. The Saint won't even touch a spear, which can leave it a little bit exposed to being hunted down and devoured. Play the Saint if you want to deftly dodge your doom with your acrobatic antics. Okay, there's so much more I want to talk about, but I only have like 30 seconds left. There's 2 more slippery Slugcats coming in Rain World Downpour, and I swear to God, one of them is the cutest thing you have seen in your life. You know, the other is just kind of cute. Honestly, I'm just saying that to be nice. He's pretty messed up looking. You can go watch an extended cut of this video featuring them right now on YouTube or the Rain World Steam page. Otherwise, I hope you have a great time at the Guerrilla Collective. Cheers.
Shinsha 自動販売機おはよう ございます。こんばんは。ホテル、寿司屋、果物、スケートボード、
Candy, my soul is genuinely tickled right now. Those games were so wonderful.
So many amazing games today. It was really incredible.
Over 60 games. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Thanks once again to our sponsors and broadcasting partners for their support. PlayStation, Razer, Astro Gaming, Tencent, our fellow devs and publishers, 11-Bit, Akupara, All In Games, Assemble Entertainment, Aurora Punks, Freedom, Graffiti, Gravity Games Arise, HeroCraft, Modern Wolf, Raw Fury, Tiny Build, and Wired Productions. Also, we cannot forget our broadcasting partners, Twitch, GameSpot, Valve, and IGN for their support. Much gratitude.
You guys, a final reminder to be sure to check out the Guerrilla Collective event page on Steam.
Definitely check out those games, wishlist the games, and support them on every platform. Huge shout out and thanks to Wilmer Sound. We are here in Berkeley, California in the awesome studio, and the scrappy, illustrious mix team, as well as AV Society. Be sure to tune in on Monday at 1 p.m. Pacific and 4 p.m. Eastern, where the Guerrilla Collective gaming greatness will continue with GC 3.5. Also, you can follow the Guerrilla Collective on Twitter at Guerrilla Collect and everywhere else at Guerrilla Collective, as well as the Mix at Indie Exchange on Twitter and at Media Indie Exchange everywhere else. Once again, I am your host, Justin Woodward from The Mix, with my lovely co-host, Candace McKinney.
Thank you again, Justin. Today was so amazing. I really appreciate you having me here. I just always have so much fun with you guys. And with that, we are signing off and passing it off to Jenny Wyndham, aka Kim Chica, to jump into the warm and full-hearted world of wholesome games with Wholesome Direct. We'll see you guys next time.
We'll see you soon. Peace.
Hey everyone, and thank you so much, Candy. A huge congratulations to all of the developers and to the Guerrilla Collective team for an incredible way to jumpstart today's festivities. My name is Jenny Wyndham, and I'm with the Wholesome Games organizing team, and I'm excited to let you know that the fun does not stop here. We are going to be coming right up next with this year's Wholesome Direct Showcase, an event highlighting titles that are uplifting, cozy, and compassionate. So grab a snack, go take a quick stretch break, and make sure you stick around because we have lots of games to show you, and they're coming right up. Welcome to Wholesome Direct, a celebration of wholesome games. I'm Jenny Wyndham, and I'm joined by my wonderful co-hosts Mary Kish and Josh Boykin.
Sit back and relax as we show you exclusive footage and announcements from nearly 100 wholesome games.
And don't forget, if you see any games that you love, you're going to want to go to wholesomegames.com. That way you can learn more about them and you can find out how to support those devs.
All right, let's get started.
The wasteland is a desolate place, devoid of life, until the first turbine is constructed. Rivers flow once more, and nature's heart begins to beat. Then, it's time to recycle and move on. Along the tropical coastline, life thrives anew. Parrots flit beneath the verdant canopy, while fish frolic in the abundant coral reefs. A paradise of biodiversity. Even in the most inhospitable of places, life finds a way. We just need to give it a helping hand. This is Terra Nil.
Hello, I'm Eli and I'm one half of the development team for Little Bear Chef, a game about a very small bear in a very large kitchen who's trying to start his own successful restaurant. You're about to watch our very first trailer, so let's get cooking.
Felix, and I'm the composer and co-director of Melodicy.
Hey, I'm Rich Cervantes, and I am the sound designer and co-director of Melodicy.
Hi, I'm Host, founder of Nel Pastel and co-director of Melodicy. We're happy to show you a small peek of our game, Melodicy. We hope you like it.
In Melodicy, you follow the story of a young kid's journey through beautiful landscapes in search of inspiration. Solve block-moving puzzles, listen to calm music, and discover relaxing ASMR scenes in this stress-free exploration adventure coming next year.
Jack wants to return nature to its former glory with the help of his trusty axe and his animal friends. Slice through machinery, slap some sense into wasteful humans, and work with wacky woodland critters to thwart the sinister plans of industrial giant Evil Works.
Hi, I'm Louis Durrant, developer of The Garden Path. Maybe you recognise the game from last year's Wholesome Direct. The Garden Path is a slice-of-life sim about the joy of gardening designed to be played in short moments. Time in the game runs in concert to the real world, and the passing seasons bring with them new stories, errands, as well as a living garden that grows as you tend it. The Garden Path is releasing just later this year on PC, Mac, Linux, and Nintendo Switch. And if you're looking to explore the garden early, we're running a limited access to the game on itch.io. Thanks, and enjoy the rest of the Direct.
This is Mika and the Witch's Mountain, a relaxing experience where you're an aspiring witch. Help the townspeople by carrying their packages and discover hidden secrets while soaring freely on your magic broom. You'll be enchanted by stories from the locals and the colorful art style. Time here has a way of flying by.
Hey there, I'm Laurent.
I'm Colline.
And this is Max.
We're making 30 birds with a team of friends.
There's a new demo on Steam if you want to give it a try.
Now, enjoy the trailer.
Enjoy, bye
bye.
It's mail time. As a newly trained mail scout, put on your pack, grab those letters, and deliver them across Grumblewood Grove. Since its appearance in last year's Wholesome Snag, Mail Time has had a successful Kickstarter, confirmed a Switch port, and is debuting a new area here for the first time.
In this very first gameplay trailer for Usagi Shima, we get a taste of the cozy, relaxing bunny collecting game. Decorate an abandoned island and discover and make friends with a variety of cute, curious bunnies.
We're just getting started, but I'd like to take a moment to mention our collaboration with the Galaxy Fund.
Helping bring games from nothing to something, this is a prototype grant focused on the early stages of development for BIPOC and queer creators.
Each creator is free to use the funds however they want, like staffing, hardware, coaching, legal fees, childcare, or therapy.
We've partnered with the Yeti to offer 2 limited-time Wholesome Direct t-shirts celebrating today's event, and 100% of the proceeds will go to the Galaxy Fund.
This is one small but impactful step that we can take to make our industry a more inclusive space where bold new ideas can flourish.
If you'd like to learn more, head over to supportgalaxy.fund and get your limited-time shirts over at theyeti.com/wholesomegames.
Hello, I'm back again.
I can't believe it's been a year since we announced a walk with Yaya at last year's Wholesome Direct. I've added lots of new things to the game in the last year.
And we have a brand new trailer for the game.
Check it out.
Check it out.
Play as an adorable chicken on an adventure to find the answer to the question, which came first, the chicken or the egg?
Free Ride is an RPG that's secretly a personality test. You'll never be judged in terms of good or evil, and you'll never know when you're making decisions. Ready to find out who you are?
Hello everyone, I'm Baptiste, one of the co-authors of How to Say Goodbye, and this is Bruna. She's one of the many ghosts who will help move forward in the afterlife. Our upcoming narrative puzzle game talks about grief and how to deal with it in a kind and sensitive way. We hope you'll enjoy it.
You may remember this game from the first ever Wholesome Direct back in 2020. Calico is a silly and sweet day-in-the-life community sim. The new Possum update adds a new and improved cooking game with all sorts of mini-games for the different recipes. There's also wallpaper and rug customization and new farm animals to collect.
Once upon a time, there was a small animal village where everyone lived in peace and harmony. Until the king suddenly disappeared! Now it's up to you to help Peep and his friends find Sir Barrington. Explore an ever-changing board game-sized world where each playthrough is different. Use your abilities strategically to outplay and defeat foes. Meet cute characters and relax with your friends at the campfire. You can even hatch your own dinos. Follow Paper Animal RPG now on Kickstarter and get notified when the campaign launches in summer 2022.
Fall of Porcupine is a unique story adventure about an unhealthy healthcare system. Not only is there a lot to discover in the old hospital, but also in the small town itself.
The Last Clockwinder is a VR puzzle game set in a cozy sci-fi world. Your mission is to repair the clock tower, an ancient haven for the world's plants and seeds built into the trunk of a colossal tree. Use a pair of magical gloves to turn every simple task into a looping clockwork automaton. These clones can do everything you can do, from planting to storing to passing items around.
Hi, this is Anonymous Penguin Studio, and this is our game Love Verb. You can follow us on Anon Penguin Studio on Twitter for more updates on our release.
But until then, goodbye and stay wholesome.
In Loveburb, you play as a heartbroken bird ready to dip back into the dating scene. Impress your dates by flirting to the rhythm of the music. Sometimes you'll succeed, sometimes you won't. Sometimes it gets a little awkward. Your goal is to find your one true love, so keep swiping.
Welcome to the world of Spirit Swap, lo-fi beats to match 3-2, a joyful queer game about friends, thirst, and figuring out why so many spirits keep popping up in your town. It's an action puzzle game with a focus on lovable characters. Despite appearances, the game can get pretty intense, but don't worry, you'll always be able to make it fit your mood. Play the new limited time demo now on Steam, featuring updated art, music, and story moments. And get ready to enjoy the full game in 2023. Thanks for watching!
Coffee Talk Episode 2, Hibiscus and Butterfly, is the sequel to the hit coffee brewing game, Coffee Talk. Episode 2 will have new characters, new features, and new drinks to serve to your favorite patrons. Get your apron on and sharpen your barista skills for 2023.
Hello and welcome to the musical world of Aurora. Let me introduce you to our protagonists. Blue House, Red House, and Yellow House. You can place them wherever you like. Or even on top of each other. For every decision you make, you'll get a different rhythm or a different melody, and you'll be able to create your own songs with it. But enough words. Let's listen to some music. Bye-bye!
In Frogun, your grappling gun is a frog, and that frog is your best friend. Help Renata save her parents in the mysterious ruins. Build a garden, grow plants for your potions and spells, and forge friendships with the townsfolk and garden witch life.
Next time on a new episode of Princess Farmer. With the mystery solved, everyone is off to the island for a well-deserved vacation. Now's the time to kick up their feet, relax, and oh, what's that? There's a shell matching tournament? The first episode in a 3-part story, The Guardians Beach Break Part 1, launches for free this summer.
For those just joining, we'd like to remind you about our collaboration with the Galaxy Fund.
Equity begins at the leadership level, and sometimes those initial barriers are the hardest to overcome.
That's where the Galaxy Fund comes in. It's a prototype grant focused on the early stages of development from BIPOC and queer creators.
We've partnered with the Yeti to offer 2 limited-time Wholesome Direct t-shirts celebrating today's event, and 100% of the proceeds will go to supporting the Galaxy Fund.
This is one small but important step that we can take towards making our industry a more inclusive space where bold new ideas can flourish.
If you'd like to learn more, you can visit supportgalaxy.fund and get your limited time t-shirts at theyeti.com/wholesomegames.
Hi, we are Smarter Club.
Last year we released Teacup, a wholesome adventure game about a tea-loving frog looking for heirs in the forest. This year we're happy to share with you a teaser trailer for our new game Bubblegum Galaxy, a chill building strategy game about rebuilding the universe tile by tile.
Please enjoy.
Hello everyone, Here Comes Nico will be getting free DLC as part of the next update. It will be coming to both PC and Nintendo Switch. We hope you look forward to exploring Gary's garden soon. Bye bye!
Snufkin, Melody of Moominvalley, is a musical adventure game about restoring harmony and balance to Moominvalley, protecting it from the industrious parkkeeper. Moomin was created by Tove Jansson in the 1940s and started out as a series of books and comics. The stories are about an adventurous family of Moomin trolls living in a lovely house with many interesting friends. Tove Jansson was not only a great writer, but also an amazing illustrator and artist. We want the game to look and feel like something Tove herself could have envisioned. Snufkin is our favorite character. He is a vagabond who's deeply connected with nature. He enjoys his own company, but is also very fond of his best friend, Moomin Troll. It's a cozy adventure with story, music and melancholic atmosphere as some of its most important ingredients, and a tiny bit of mischief. The game is set to release on PC and console in 2023, and you can wishlist it on Steam right now.
Feed All Monsters is a cute and cozy line puzzle game. Assist a team of delivery workers in their quest to bring tasty food to all the little monsters. Find the optimal path for each worker in order to get all the monsters fed. Paper Trail is a top-down puzzle adventure about leaving home, set in a paper world. You must fold and tear your way through a diverse, populated paper world.
Solitaire is a relaxed, roguelike story game in which you can catch a glimpse of the future via solitaire. The twist lies in interpreting the card's meaning and which future they foretell.
The Games and Online Harassment Hotline is a text message-based, anonymous, and confidential emotional support hotline, and it's created specifically for the gaming community. Because we're gamers and creators, and we want to help each other. So, how does it work? Well, you text us and we listen. Our hotline is 100% anonymous. We can talk about anything you need to, and only what you want to. The Games and Online Harassment Hotline is an inclusive resource for anyone, no matter how you identify. If you feel that you need emotional support, you can start right now by texting support to 23368, and our qualified responders will be there to listen to you, free of charge. Reach out, get help, and let's make this community a better place to work and play.
A Frog's Tale is an RPG with a unique battle system, puzzles, and platforming challenges synced to the beat of the music. Explore vivid locations, meet a cast of unforgettable animal characters, and uncover the secrets of the frog goddess Anura in this emotional journey.
In Freshly Frosted, you solve puzzles in the world's most adorable donut factory. Place conveyor belts to guide these delicious donuts to their destinations. Enjoy a dozen donut boxes, each with unique flavor, mechanics, and adorable donuts. Out today on Nintendo Switch, Xbox, PlayStation, Steam, and Epic Games Store.
Colossal kaiju have appeared around the world to bring an end to humanity.
These kaiju aren't killers, Lucky. They're just looking for love.
Connect with nature in this adorable cottagecore life sim about foraging, cooking, and crafting. Live in harmony with nature while learning real-life plant and mushroom identification. Cook dishes and make herbal remedies that you can sell at the local farmers market. Customize your character and decorate your home while making cute decorations and upcycling furniture. Gaucho in the Grassland highlights the rural life of the Gaucho Pampas and their mysticisms. Return to the land of your childhood, rebuild your family's ranch with your friends, Cusco and Alazo, and experience adventures in this fantastic universe of Gaucho culture.
Hi Wholesome, I'm Luca, lead singer of OFK. This is Debug. They are a cat, hologram, and on Monday, June 13th, we are releasing a free demo of our music biopic game at Steam Next Fest. We hope that our little story can be something that you relate to. This is just us sharing our experience that it is so hard to just make something and to share it with people. So many things get in the way, like jobs or heartbreak or losing a friend. So I guess We Are OFK is a story about the things that get in the way, good and bad. See you Monday at Steam Next Fest.
Moonbury's residents need healing, and you're the best chemist around. With your trusty tools, a brewing cauldron, and a canine companion at your side, you'll need to diagnose symptoms, gather ingredients, brew potions, and cure ailments in this open-ended sim RPG.
Jump from shadow to shadow in this colorful, beautifully animated world. Help other characters along your journey as you seek to reunite with your human counterpart.
In Bilkins' Folly, players take on the role of treasure hunter Percy Bilkins and his best friend Drayton, as they track down Percy's mother and grandfather, lost somewhere among a group of fictitious Caribbean islands in the late 1700s. Over the course of their journey, our duo will acquire a ship and visit exotic locations, discover a terrible family secret, and attempt to break the curse of Bilkins' Folly before it's too late. Through all this, Percy will build on a relationship with his own dog and crew, and discover the true meaning of family.
Fill the world with blocks. And don't forget to clean up the mess. Explore colorful and vibrant worlds in this 3D platformer adventure around the cosmos.
One last time, we'd like to talk about our collaboration with the Galaxy Fund.
The Galaxy Fund is a prototype grant focused on the earliest stages of game development from BIPOC and queer creators.
We've partnered with the Yeti to offer 2 limited-time Wholesome Direct t-shirts celebrating today's event, and 100% of the proceeds go to supporting the Galaxy Fund.
This is one small but impactful step that we can take towards making our industry a more inclusive place where bold new ideas can flourish.
If you'd like to learn more, you can visit supportgalaxy.fund and get your limited time shirts at theyeti.com/wholesomegames.
Welcome aboard Tracks of Thought. Next stop, the dining car. Here you can buy yummy snacks that will help you on your journey. Your choices will shape the game, giving you personal challenges to overcome. Embrace yourself. Play the demo on Steam right now.
Doki Toki is a puzzle game about controlling time with the power of love! Hi, I'm Ai, and I'm on a quest through school to find the boy I love! But whenever I think about him, it feels like time slows down all around me! I'll have to toy with time, solve puzzles, and progress through school so I can finally confess my feelings! Every door is a chance to find my darling or make new friends!
You've been invited here to restore the island alongside adorable creatures known as critter crops. In this 100% hand-drawn Halloween-themed farming sim, you'll play as Sylvie, a young witch who is run out of her home due to her newfound abilities. Invite outcasts to stay in your town and protect your way of life. Unlock magical spells to protect yourself and your critters, and restore the island to its former glory.
everyone! My name is Lucy and I'm one of the 2 devs behind The Spirit and the Mouse. Today, we wanted to share new gameplay details with you. Your main mission will be to find, listen to, and help villagers in trouble around town. While exploring, you will also find collectibles hidden about. I heard one Kiblin is willing to trade them for upgrades. To celebrate Wholesome Direct, we prepared a demo for you and it's available right now. We hope you will enjoy it.
There's a lot to tidy up and a little to the left. Every day brings something new, with the Daily Tidy delivery. The Daily Tidy takes puzzles from the game and gives them a special twist. With many variations of these puzzles, you'll get something different every day, unique to you, and you can earn fun badges too. Not that you don't already have your paws full.
Hey there, we're Aesthetician Labs.
As you may have heard, we were brought onto Kokopa's Atlas to continue development earlier this year.
In Kokopa's Atlas, you will embark on a grand journey to an unknown planet. Since last year, we've been working hard to implement a procedurally generated farm and crafting adventure following our adorable adventurers Kokopa and Polymero.
We're really excited about our vision for the game, and we hope that our new Wholesome Direct exclusive demo will get you excited too.
We'd love for you to check it out and let us know what you think.
The Wandering Village is a city-building simulation game on the back of a giant creature called Onbu. It's a game about symbiosis, in which you traverse a toxic world together. So take good care of Onbu. Make sure to keep it happy and healthy by feeding it and sending out your pets regularly. And since Onbu is a good boy, don't forget the pets! And you will be rewarded with its trust.
Lonesome Village combines puzzle solving and social sim elements to create something completely unique. Everything is wrapped in a fantasy adventure with a deep, intriguing story and no combat. Play as Wes, the coyote, to help unravel the calamity that befell the village. Coming this year to Steam, Nintendo Switch, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X.
It's almost time to say goodbye.
But before we go, we'd like to share even more wholesome games with you coming out this year and beyond.
Now, these are going to go pretty fast, so after the show, you can visit wholesomegames.com for more information and links to all of these games.
And that brings us to the end of today's program. Remember to visit wholesomegames.com to find links to every title featured in today's show.
It would mean so much to us if you'd follow and wishlist all of these amazing games.
And we'll see you again next year for Wholesome Direct 2023.
But before we go, here's one more game we hope you'll love.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.